Hello, hello. All right. Looks like the stream is up. Um, hmm. Just checking to make sure everything's working. It looks like the feed is not making it over somehow. Odd. Oh, there you go. Now it's working. Cool beans. Let me just make sure I get chats up and running so I can see things. Um, that's what I should do. Sorry about this. Oh, here it is. How can I get a link to the chat? Whoa. It's not what I meant to do. So I'm testing out something, so I'm streaming, I should be streaming to both YouTube and to Twitch. So I'm kind of a little out of the water right now. Gotta turn off desktop audio so you guys can't hear anything. So YouTube I hear audio and Twitch I hear audio. Cool. Let me make sure that the audio is coming through clear. Cool. Okay. Weird hearing my own voice kind of passing through, but should work fine. So for the Twitch one, for me to... Hmm. So we're going to be playing Cabin. Over on YouTube, I've been playing the... Oh, here it is. That's the URL. That's what I'm looking for. I've been playing Cabin a bunch, and... Does this pull up the Twitch chat? Oh, yes it does. Look at that. That's perfect. Sorry, I was busy getting YouTube chat and Twitch chat popping up in parallel. So, perfect. So I can see what's going on here. Yep. So we're going to continue. This should be stream 6. At this point, been streaming for a while on this, but again, like I said, it's been primarily over on YouTube. So if you want to catch up and watch the previous streams to see what I've done in the past, you can go view it there. In the meanwhile, uh, just checking out this. I went swimming recently, and I think I'm a little tense. So like, the back of my neck is pretty tight. I'm like trying to relax it, and I don't know, just hurts a bit. So I have not streamed on Twitch since my last Minecraft playthrough, which I didn't realize. Um, the only reason I remember that is that was interesting. Not because I remember it, but because the stream settings I last had on Twitch were for that. So, pretty funny. So let's take a look. What do we have going on here? Finish terraforming, make the main workshop, automate tier 2 mechanisms. I think I'll do the terraforming and workshop first. Because it doesn't take much to do the terraforming. Just go for more dirt. Push this back further. I think, yeah. Pretty soon I'm gonna kind of be done with it, at least manually, because now that we have a bunch of iron, I can make drills and sort of put them on a moving contraption and push them on through, so that it digs through all of this on its own and I can kind of ignore it. But for the time being, that is not the case. So, and the iron shovels are plenty fast, so. I wanted to get back into streaming because some of the other activities that I've been doing have started like slowing down. I've had more time for things. I've actually been for a long time going for my master's, but going for your master's while working kind of doesn't leave any room to have, you know, extracurriculars or like, well, it's not extracurriculars, but like hobbies and stuff. And I keep hobbies, but some of them are just happen to be a little more like important than streaming. So it ends up just falling to the wayside a little. But it is nice to stream. And I figure that when I'm playing video games a little more often, I might as well just stream them, since I'll be playing video games. I've actually, on the topic of video games, I've started playing Dave the Diver. I initially put it off several years ago, just because I just wasn't too interested. I was like, really? I don't know, I don't know if that's my type of game, you know? But it's actually really fun. The story is pretty funny, I would say. It has its very silly moments. But I don't know if I'll ever stream that one, just because I like that one a little more in a relaxing sense. And let's start using, or yeah, I could just move two of these things. And I guess I'll start using up some of the dirt, filling in the stone. But yeah, I think I'll just keep that one to myself. It's fun, but I enjoy sort of playing at my own pace with that one. Some other games I end up playing, but probably won't ever stream. One of them is Destiny. I have a very love-hate relationship with that game. I can't at all advise someone else to play it, and I definitely can't say it's good. Like, it's a fun game, but that might just be me talking, and that's part of the conundrum with it. but I'm definitely a casual player with that game. So the only problem for me with playing on stream is that I do not follow metas at all, so I will catch so much flack for it. Okay, I'm not gonna be using the diamond for that one. But yeah. But if I find myself playing a lot of it, I might end up streaming. I don't know. I know a lot of people. I don't actually know what people watch with Destiny streams, because like the main content I can think people would watch would be like PvP stuff. I don't like that you have regen. Just a cool. I think I will grab the. What is copper? I will grab the copper here. But I am gonna fill this up. I think I'll fill it up from this level. I'm not really too keen on putting that much effort into filling it. Like going all the way down into the cave systems. But yeah, I figure it would just be Crucible stuff, but I really don't know. That's kind of the thing with Minecraft. I can kind of just stream whatever I want, because I know I mean, Minecraft is Minecraft. And for better or worse, I'm not the kind of person who likes playing like challenge runs in the sense of like playing what's it called? Like hardcore worlds. I really don't care all that much. So for me, it's like, I could, but why would I? I know some people who really enjoy doing challenge runs. Honestly, at this point, if they're not playing a mod pack, that's the only thing they'll do. For me, I'll play mod packs, but I like progression mod packs where I'm sort of building up, like this one. So let's start filling in some of this. This should push the blocks towards me. Yep, perfect. I don't know why I filled that one in. I'm gonna get rid of it later. Oh, shoot. Ooh, it's a deep cubby. Cool. Dum, 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 dum. I have to remember to keep some of this dirt for over by where I plan to have the workshop. I always end up forgetting and then using so much of it over on this region just to link everything up. Not great food, but it works. I feel bad because I was streaming the other day and I literally like 5 minutes before it happened, I was complaining like, man, it's hard to be interactive and, no one's in the stream, and then I just don't look at chat for the next, I don't know how long, but I look over and I just see a message from someone who was like, hello, question mark. I was like, oops. completely ignored that message. Didn't mean to or anything, it's just darn. So it is what it is. Just found it pretty funny. I keep forgetting. Do we have Tom's? No, we don't. We don't have Tom's Simple Storage. A lot of mod packs have started using Tom Simple Storage instead of, oh geez. There's another storage mod, but I can't remember what it is right now. Yeah, because Tom Simple Storage gives you like a... It's a very early game storage accessing method, and people consider it acceptable because like you can't do anything advanced with it. You can have a crafting table in it, but aside from like hoppers importing or exporting out of in and out of the network and chests, and you just use standard like barrels and chests, but if they're not directly connected or via trims, then it won't count. So it's similar to like sophisticated storage, functional storage and stuff, except that you get a inventory interface that you can access. So like that's the only different part of it, I would say. I have to make more of those strainers. How do I do that? Draw. Canvas. That is the correct thing. Canvas rugs or straw, which is just through canvas. Draw. Bum. Brushing wild rice. Rice panicle. Cutting rice. Now, bamboo blocks is interesting, but I don't want to waste an axe on that. And I also don't have bamboo. Do I have any more? I already forgot what the heck it's called. Draw. Let's take a look. Oh, there's a bunch. That is not the recipe I'm looking for. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm about to run out of enough. I have a plenty of... I was about to like go looking for sticks, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have a barrel for that. Perfect. So 2 strainers, I'll go reload. Oh, that's really unfortunate, but really funny. Wandering Merchant ended up getting a little, for better or worse, obliterated by the tree farm. And yep, that's what I suspected was the case. And I mean, I'm still missing... Yeah, I'm still missing the saw, so I'm not making any more anyways. How are we doing on the iron farm? Pretty good. Let me trash all of these. Cool. 57, so that's 2-to-1 ratio, so that's like 26 coins. Not bad. Just use up as much as I can of the logs. Cool. So that'll be a few more. Should be like 8 so-and-so more. And that will be one of the gold coins that I need. Not super efficient, but it is what it is. Right. Oh boy. Whoops. I'm doing it. I literally just said, I told myself not to get so sucked into like filling up this section that I run out of dirt. And I'm doing exactly that. I'm running out of dirt. Alright. Hopefully I still have enough dirt. But, you know, maybe not. We'll see. That's fine. Do that. Do want to kind of pull this back a little. I think this one was like over here. Yeah, let's pull that back a little more as well. There we go. The more constrained I feel with my work area, the more incentive I have to move. So that's kind of the reason why I'm willingly covering up everything. Because otherwise I'll just sit here and not at all move. Okay, yeah, look at that. I probably could have filled this up, but I spent all the dirt over here. Which, I mean, at least that's finally done. I'm not going to push this back at all because I want this windmill section, and I plan to turn this into like a windmill valley. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do here, because I really do want to do something related to the caverns. So it's cool. I have like several sections. I have like a little hill here for like air related machines and builds, and then down here we have like the mines, and then over here we have sort of just the working area, and over, you know, right there we have like a nice little lake so we can do some water stuff, which we already have the dam and stuff, so that's nice, you know. Right. I think as long as I don't use any of it somewhere else that I find missing dirt, 2 shovels worth of dirt should be plenty to fill in the remaining section. I don't know how far back I'm going to push this. I think it seems to be a nice line for the moment. So I think we'll go for that, but, you know. And it's almost nighttime and I'm not paying attention. At a rush. In the past few mod packs I've played, I actually have not done as much landscaping as this, or terraforming as this. Because they're not so heavy on automation the way this pack is. They do have a lot of automation, but they have a lot of tools to move items around, and it's not so much an emphasis on like, oh, this factory feeds into this factory, and then this one, and this one, and this one, and it's like, okay, I can no longer manage this. So, at least for this one, I want to have a nice, large working area, which I do plan to end up putting several buildings and such. But in the meantime, I think at this point almost half, not half, definitely not, but like it feels like almost half of my streams for this mod pack have just been dirt. Digging up as much dirt as I can. It's definitely not been the case, but it just feels like it. This is one of those things where late game players who've already like beat the Wither will like place down a, geez, I can't remember what it's called for some reason. They place down a beacon, they end up just slapping haste on it and then go ham, but that is not what I'm doing, so at least it's better than using stone tools. That would be painful. I've done it in the past. Spent an entire playthrough with a bunch of friends from high school. I pretty much spent the whole thing just digging up dirt and just flattening up a piece of land. And the whole goal was like underneath I'd make like a portal type base. And, you know, it's aperture science and you can't tell, and did that so that like above ground you'd have like a grassy field and just a tiny little shack. By the time I finished it, everyone got bored of the server and we were done. So it was a little funny. I also didn't light up the area for whatever reason. I seem to have an issue with lighting up flat regions. But people started using it as a mob farm because it would generate a, you know, bunch of them. Unfortunately, people didn't feel the need to clean up, so it did end up looking less like a grassy plain and more like a weird pitted region. I think I'm just gonna fill this in with dirt at this point. Cool. I also still have to get some wrist rests for my computer. I used to have them, but they wore out, and I just haven't gotten new ones. I've been able to neglect the problem for a while, but it is starting to actually weigh on my wrists. I can feel like the pressure. So, in the best interest of my health, I should probably get that sooner than later. I actually have, I can't remember what people call it, but it's that sort of calloused region on your wrists. You can tell pretty quickly if someone uses a computer or games pretty consistently. because they'll have these markings on the outer edges of their wrists. I don't know if it's supposed to be outer edges. It might just be me that has it on my outer edges, but that's what they say. Um, Hey, it all grew in. And yeah, that's not bad. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't know. I'll have to think up something to put over here. This is giving me ideas. This, yeah, I don't know. But this sheer face right here gives me ideas to do something related to like seeing the lake from here. I'll have to think though what to like how to have a reason to build something out like that. Alright, we'll push this back quite a bit just because I want to be I don't want to constrain the bridge all too much. And then I'll leave the farm alone for now, but it will get closed in a little bit, or some of it will get dirt on top of it. I will unfortunately have to do something about this tree. I don't want to remove it, but I will have to do something about lifting it somehow. Um, One way or the other. Oops. Oh, jeez. An anime I've actually really been looking forward to is Dorohedoro. Just found out, like, in the last couple of weeks that they've officially announced season 2, and I am so ready for it. I didn't even realize that the first season was actually done by Studio Mappa. Those are the same people, I believe, who are doing Jujutsu Kaisen and several others. But, like, the story, I think the story's so interesting, and the art style in the manga is just very cool. The aesthetic of everything, it's very like I feel like the author, the mangaka, was inspired a bit by Mad Max because they have like they bring in a lot of stuff you'll see like, oh look, um, there's demons and they're bad, but most people will like most Japanese media will depict demons as like just normal. Maybe they'll give them darker skin and put on horns. Uh, d- Um, that's kind of the extent of it. Whereas a good example would be like, oh, what is it? Devilman Crybaby? Yeah. They literally just, he transforms, he gets darker skin and horns. It's cool aesthetic. They draw him really well, but that's kind of like it. There's a lot of like the RPG type, like fantasy type mangas out now. Then they kind of do similar things. That's pretty much all they do. But with Dorohedoro, they're they're very unique. They all have completely different aesthetics. Some of them have like masks and they're like one of them just wears a hoodie. I think they okay, before I embarrass myself, I'm pretty sure one of the main demons in Dorohedoro also just has horns. Give me 1 second. Okay. Apparently I can't spell demons. Oh, devils. They're not demons. Apologies. Mm. Okay, he does, but it's not the kind of... Okay, no. There it is. So yes, a lot of them have horns, but some of them have... Their designs are very different with it. And it leans very heavily into like... It's not like, oh, look, he has horns and he's big and buff, so he's evil. It's like, no, 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 he has horns, yes, yes. You can tell because of that, but he also does not look like a good guy at all. They're very obvious things like aside from that that tell you you should not be interacting with this person. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? Dang. That's gonna be difficult for me to do correctly. Okay, well, let's do it layer by layer. So this layer first. Sorry, I was just informed of the revelation that these are trumpet leaves. Okay, that was a lot more than I was expecting. Not what I was wanting to do. Wow, that's dangerous. Do I have more scaffolding? Scaffolding in general. I have plenty of andesite, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, it's in the stone cutter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 17's plenty. So these two go up. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the next layer. We're doing this layer, and pretty much we're working our way. Me. One. Okay, cool. Cool. So that's this layer here. We're just walking along. All right, seems like it's working. My idea is not failing horribly, which is nice. So this is the third layer. Cool. This is 1, 2, 3. It's pretty obvious when you're lifting it, because it's just like you have a line that sticks out. Now it's starting to look a little silly, because like you have that region lifted and this region still low. Okay, so then we have this. Great. Renewable iron though, so I don't really care. Perfect. I've got all of that. I do want to go layer by layer just because I feel like I'd mess it up otherwise. And whoop-de-doo, wouldn't you know this? I've messed up somehow. Am I missing a piece or what? Oh. It's definitely this one. I definitely didn't grab this one. Okay. Is that what it is? Mm, I don't know. You know what? It definitely is that. Yeah. Let's see. Think I'm missing it. There. Yep. Cool. See, that's why I want to do it one row by one row, because I make mistakes. So we're taking one off here. So I just took this one off. Okay. Okay, so we have 4 layers left before we have shifted everything in this tree up a single block. Okay. 3 more. Let me do this right now anyways. Where's... Oh, you know what? That's what I was missing. I thought I was missing one, but I wasn't. So I actually added one too many. Or I was missing one and I must have taken it off the bottom. So it was over here. I had already taken it. It was this. So this one was here. That does look more correct. Okay. Sorry about that. I'll work my way inward now, just because this is going to be very obvious, whereas once I take these two off, I'm going to be struggling a little. Okay, maybe I'll do 2 layers at once. Sorry, I was just presented a watermelon slice, but was informed I can't eat it. Much to my dismay. But it was a pretty cool watermelon slice. I know that seems random, but it is. It's entirely random. Alright. 1 layer left, and then I can continue terraforming. I mean, I guess this is considered terraforming. You're kind of messing. I don't know. Kind of, sort of terraforming. Maybe terraforming. Maybe not. Okay. Cool. And that would be this layer. And there we go. Should be done with the tree then. Ouch. Perfect. So it's the exact same tree, but raised up a block to match the fact that I raised it up a block. Such a silly thing to do. Okay, I just really wanted that. And you know what I think I'll do? I think I'll end up turning this into like a nice little rock garden with ponds and stuff. Because I think that's cool. Be like peaceful, you get to be by the ocean and stuff. As the hum of machinery and clank of chains work in the background. I don't know. But let's start marking out where I'm gonna have the main workshop building. I'm thinking want it maybe 3 blocks in, so we'll put a wall here. Might as well have it pushed up towards here a little, but push it 3 blocks in as well. And I can move this. I'm not worried about it. Actually, no, it makes perfect sense to have this going into the house because I want to pull power in. So that makes sense. Um, let's see. What do I want to do about it though? Do I want to have it go straight into the house or kind of just questions. Because I don't want to interfere if I ever end up transporting things over there. I don't want to have to move these around. This is too small now because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 6th one. So I'll have to push it up one. Not a big deal. Um, let's count out and let's see what I decide. So the interior would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18. 19, 20, 21. I like 21 for the interior a little more, so I guess I'll roll with having that go in and out of the house. Yeah, I guess. What I could do is I could end up, I could straighten these out. So I'll pull this one out over and then have it in line. And then do the same here, pull it straight out and have it in line. And then I can just have it sort of cubbied away so you don't see anything. But it'll be able to transport packages through it. What am I saying? It makes perfect sense to have it go through my workshop. Because I'm gonna have an inventory linker right here that I'm gonna link it to. Of course. Okay, so this is 21 on the interior, and then this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 15 on the interior, that's perfect. So these are the these are the dimensions. I need more food already. I think we'll turn this region over here into a little farm. Again, I think potatoes are going to be the staple crop. I did all these just for having them. I think at this point, I'm going to farm all of these just to have copies, and we're going to store them. I don't sort my inventory well at all. Okay. This is actual farmland, so we're going to come in and sort of do that. Gonna use this elsewhere. Still have to make more organic compost for usage. Did I actually use up all the dirt? Or did I end up quick stacking it to a chest? That's much more likely. Dirt here. Yep, a bunch of dirt right there. Okay, let's set up the rich soil farmland over here. Want to do a radius thing because I'll have a little harvester go around in circles. Let's set it inland from here. And I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's kind of the corner. So I'll set this as the corner. I'll move it in. Yeah, I think we'll just do this. I'm not too worried about needing more than just this, since I'm just feeding myself and maybe my animals. Just go for this large spot. Okay. I'll make some organic compost to fill in the slots. Grab some water. Hello. Hello, good sir. So nice of you to join. What's this down here? Do I happen to have a bow that I've made in the past that I can use? I do. And I do have a stone shovel, but I might just get rid of that one. Cool. Let me see. What does it take to make organic compost? This is one of the methods. Tree bark is a little easier to do. I think no matter what, though, a cutting board is kind of the game plan. Need 4, 2. So if I take very slowly moving over, take a stack of this. Great. And this should be using up the durability of a stone. Yes. So I can start making iron axes. Cool. I'm just going to go through the stack. It won't go to waste because I will pop it into here. Shouldn't do 4s, you gotta do more than that. And that gave me a stack of tree bark, so I can officially make 4 tree bark to 1. I need bone meal, straw, and dirt. Some bone meal. I should have some bones. I do have plenty. Wow, I have plenty. Definitely. Should be some. I don't think I saw rotten flesh there. No. Straw. Which means I should take flint knife and run around with it for a little bit. Is this ready? Almost. I wonder if harvesting crops with it counts. Either way, there'll be plenty of straw here. Mm. You know what? I should totally enchant this thing for looting. $983, that's a lot of andesite alloy. Can I even enchant? Oh, I can. Why would I go for knockback? That makes no sense. Either way, let me put away the rest of these. So, nope, I actually need that. Don't need that. So with this, I should be able to make at least a few organic compost. I'm gonna pass this through a milling wheel. I guess I can't do that because I don't have one right now, but why am I running over here when I should be coming over here? So organic compost grows quicker with organic compost around it, which is nice. Um, shouldn't be enough, but we're getting there. Just one more. Oh, oh, okay. You know what? Yeah, we'll go for it then. And there we go. So the organic compost works really well with having rich soil farmland and organic compost around it, and also being in the sunlight. The other thing that really benefits them is having mushrooms. So I'm just going to put, okay, well, be a little, yep, there we go. Better with the mushroom placement. So theoretically, this should make them grow that much faster, or turn into farmland that much faster. You can visually see, so they have a composting stage. I don't know why they didn't end up using Minecraft's like growth stage for blocks. If you look over here, oh, I guess it's age. Really? So it's age that, but on saplings it's stage. Okay, I guess they all have different counters, but the composting value here actually can change the texture the same way these change. So you can visually see it compost, which is cool. 86. Mature. And I've started making, I'm potato positive. I'm positively potatoes. And what we can do is once we have the set up with like a little farm that rolls around, we can end up, sorry, I'm just 17 seconds. We can end up having it immediately go onto a depot with a bulk cooker, and have the output of that stored in a functional storage, so we can have as many roasted potatoes, baked potatoes as possible. Baked potatoes are pretty OP for a food. That's really good. What the heck? Is there anything else that's really easy to make with baked potatoes? Apothecary mortar, gourmand dynamo. Let's see, is there anything you can do with normal potatoes that... That's cute, a capacitato. Tuberous exchanger. I can make this now? Really? Huh. I'll have to think about it. But aside from those weird ones, you can make yourself a poisonous one. Beef stew. More apothecary mortars. Okay, I don't see much of a reason to keep them as normal potatoes. But yeah, bulk cooking would be a really big deal. Oh, I didn't realize I got 4 off of that one. Oh, cool. So we'll just sit here and wait. Start building up some potatoes. I'm gonna start working on the building for this. I do not know. What I do know is that packages only need a single block to fit through, so I can just do that. Cool. Let's see, what's the composting value now? It's still 1. Okay. This one, yep, there it is. That's 2. That's 4. Ooh, wow. That one's composting really quickly. These both. Cool. So obviously it's going to be a spruce build. Oh, interesting. These stayed cut back, but these didn't. Let me go grab the shears. Might as well just get a bunch of... And of course, I have misplaced it already. I legitimately have no idea where I put the shears. It's not like I just had them in my... Not only inventory, I had them in my hands a second ago. That is extremely disappointing on my part. Cool. Alright. So these have all been trimmed back. It looks a little silly, but you know, it's fine. These are all for making waterlogged blocks, which will be... I'm experiencing a big frame rate drop here in this inventory in particular. This one as well. Huh, that's odd. Still got a bit of power. 53 coins. So this is going to be a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins. Cool. How are we doing over here? Oh, that's a lot. Something is really tanking the experience here. So theoretically, I'm able to make 15 of these at 3 coins a pop. This is 45 coins, so nice. I have 10 off of this. Still have all these. Check. Oh, okay. Didn't realize I had more. Let's go check in on the coins over here. Out of power. Oh my gosh, how could that have happened? This sold off everything. So let us exchange the currency. Get ourselves a single gold coin. The first of hopefully many, mind you. Let's put down a... we'll move it into the house, actually, because I do plan to have it in here. I will just put it here temporarily. Anything profession or coin related. Yeah, because of course I would just leave coins littered everywhere, because why wouldn't I? You know, why would I have a proper method of storage to the extent that I actually had 2 coins, and I just had no clue? Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed? Now, can I create gold coins? No, I can't. Darn. Shucks. Shucks. Hunting profession. Oh yeah, it's all reliquary drops. That's the thing. Like zombie heart, cool, but rare. Rabbit's foot. Severing 10% plus 3%. Lab loot chest. Interesting. We have 2 gold coins out of the 5 necessary to make that completely automated. I have a bunch of flint. I don't know what I'm doing. I could make more of the... Nope, nope, nope. No point wasting wood when you have literally bajillions. There we go. The factory comes alive again. So yeah, the main limitation will be that. That'll speed up the factory a bunch. But for the meantime, these both should have a stack each. And I'm fully willing to... Oh, a new one got made. Cool. To just... I am the factory now. Spitting them out. Actually, these are going to come on... Yeah, as groupings, which is not what I wanted, but oh well. Oh, the chutes couldn't take it quickly enough. Didn't think about that. Don't tell me it's almost nighttime. It is. Ouch. We're doing over here? Oh yeah, we're definitely potato positive. Okay. Take a look. I would consider myself done with terraforming part 1. Still working towards here. This is a good idea. I really should. 10 silvers looking me in the face. I'm not one to deny 10 silver. Oh, there is another one behind me. Where did you come from, sir? So let's go sell us that. Look at that, 10 more silver. Easy money. Easy money. Another ominous bottle. Should look into what... No, trial chambers. I swear I have more of these. Oh, I keep them in my inventory because I obviously know what I'm going to use them for. Of course. Oh, another thing that happened when I went swimming, not only did I like tighten up my back a lot, I also like strained my elbow, so I'm trying to be careful with I want to avoid hyperextending it. Oh look, yeah, you also can get mushroom colonies once they turn to rich soil, which is cool. They give you more mushrooms. So 2 of these are already done, and I'll just wait for all of them to turn to rich soil before I do anything. Plenty of baked potatoes. We are swimming in baked potatoes now. Alright, let's see. Dun, 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 dun. It's raining. Should I start fishing since it is raining? I think I will. Dun, dun, dun. Perch. Hoping to get something valuable. That looks like a big guy. Muskellunge. Huh? Oh, thought I didn't have enough time. Oh, a nautilus shell. That is valuable. Maybe I should set up the automated fisher. pickpockets. That's funny. I think it's a bobber detector is what it is. Is it not in this pack? It might not be. Nope, guess it's not in this pack. That's fine. There's a Create Edition that adds like a fishing block or a bobber detector block. Darn it. And essentially you use a automatic fisher, it tosses it out, the bobber detector will detect when the bobber goes down, and it'll send a redstone pulse, which you can use to then have the, I don't know what it is, maybe it's a deployer or something, retract the fishing rod and whatever it had with it. The only thing I'm curious about is whether or not it can collect XP, because then once you have a mending fishing rod, you pretty much don't have to do anything. That a pillager? That is a pillager. That's a zombie. There's interfaces and terminals. Ooh, what? Jeez. Item terminals from Pretty Pipes. So, I was wondering what the limitation was. Brass machine. And then, oh my gosh. A crafting terminal. Information cores, and oh geez, you gotta make an ME controller? Okay, so like, I see. So we're gonna be using Pretty Pipes for our inventory management. Well, okay, Pretty Pipes or the Create system. I'm gonna lean towards the Create system just cause, but, oh, I guess I fished something up and lost it. Didn't realize, maybe? Fell from the sky, perhaps? Yeah, because this inventory system is, not at all hooked up nicely. Let me check out what Pretty Pipes uses. So these are terminals, pipes, brass age. Okay, cool. Glad to know. What's up in the Lifesavers tab? Oh, come on. I've clicked this tab before. Yep, those are pipes. We have induction stuff. Crafting station. Yeah, that honestly might be the way to go. And it can hold its blocks. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. You know what? Let's do that. A log and a pattern, and the pattern's just that, which is what I expected. And it's almost nighttime. Should start making Tinker's Construct tools. I have to use Tinker's Construct for some stuff anyways. Oh, I don't know if I actually really like that one. I like the standard one for whatever reason. Ooh, might as well drag this one up anyways. Let's place this down here. All right, let's see. I think that's a sign for me to start working on building the actual house. We're gonna start off with some logs. Let's see. I'm thinking perhaps so that I don't have to do any weird stuff. I'm thinking that I could have this be a single story over here. Oh, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. That won't be enough. We could just have this section of the house be a single story and then bring it in and then go up. I think we'll do that. And since we have 21, okay. Mm, one moment. There we go. Sorry about that. Somebody was bothering the stream. Oh, a red merchant. Um, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. I'll let you live. Let's see. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 probably, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much is in between? 3 here. 2, 3, 4. No matter what, it's gonna be 3 in the center, which I'm fine with, honestly. Actually, yeah, I'll be fine with. I can. We'll shift this over view just to have it centered, and we'll bring it over 1. And then on this side, I'm thinking on this side of the house for aesthetics, since it's going to be away from more of the workshop parts. I'll turn this into like a nice little backyard porch and such. We might push these trees back and then pull the pens over. We'll have them sort of integrated over here, maybe pushed into the back a little. So let's see. Does it have to be even? I could probably get away with like 5 and then having like 4 and 4 here. This will be kind of the walked in. But if I want this centered, it'll just be easier to have it 3. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll do that. So then I'm gonna put, oops. I'm gonna have this be its own little room because it's sort of gonna be where I drop materials off, and the frog will be on either side. I don't know. And the workshop will wrap around it. That's what I'm thinking. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, maybe I should have gone with the way I usually build houses, which is like I go for a 5, 5, 5 pattern. So I'll have 5, a block, 5, a block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. So we'll have 4 and 4, 5. Oh, geez. That's fine. We can do some stuff with that. I'm going to just presume. I'm going to look into the building blocks we have accessible to us. That'll give me an idea of what I want to do. Actually, let me check something. If I set this to 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's use dirt just for my sanity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, that works out perfectly. Okay, we're going to do that instead. So if I give this one just 3 up at the front, and we cut this down, we end up with 5, 5, 5 like I wanted, which is much nicer. So we're going to do that. Cool. Glad that worked out as well as it did. Okay. That sucks. The only interaction the stream has so far is just someone spamming something. And we'll just align it along the center beam. Wow, I can't believe I missed that. Let's see, so we'll have cross beams. I can turn this into a hallway. That actually kind of works out nicely. All right, cool. So we have all of the center beams. Now for dimensionality, I'm thinking of we're going to take this out, turn this into a porch area back here. And then have the animals right here. Then over here, because this has a nice view, I'll think of what to do, but I'm probably going to end up purposefully pushing this in a block or having it kind of flow out. But okay, either way, first things first, let's start getting flooring in. Let me think. I don't want to go too rustic, but I also don't want to go modern. I do want spruce on the wood, on the walls. And these are going to be spruce stripped. I'm not going to... Yeah, I want these stripped. Do I have decorative stuff? We do. So we do have re-chiseled. Yep. I'll have to debate what I want to do with the re-chiseled stuff. But the question is, what do I want to do for the flooring? Because I already stripped that. Was not paying attention. If I'm going to do spruce for the walls, it's going to give it a bit of a dark texture. But I always like the... It's nice when you have a... I like rooms that have a darker wood bottom and a lighter ceiling. Not necessarily white, per se. But if I'm going for all wood, birch might be a good thing. It is a workshop, though, and I can't forget that. So I am going to have to do this section with some form of tiles. And I think to go all in with the workshop idea, I'm going to go for stone stuff. Stone tiles. But for this back section of the house, which will be for more storage-based stuff, so these two will be like factory tiles, and the rest of the house will be... I think I like dark oak flooring. I just don't know if I have dark oak saplings, and that's the issue. I'll have to go looking for them, which sucks a little. I also need to go looking for birch. Because birch is a nice wood for... Dark oak, dark oak, dark oak. Nope, okay. We'll sleep, go look for dark oak, and, well, plant the birch trees and then go look for dark oak. So we're gonna go for pretty much filling up this whole field over here. One, 2, 3, 2, 3. Cool. All right, so these should all grow by the time I get back. Where are we headed? Please tell me I found a dark oak. Let me look at planks. Because there are more than just dark oak planks. Although I really like dark oak. I've not been convinced otherwise. And birch is pretty good. Yeah, nothing convinces me. We're gonna go for dark oak still. Right. Am I not fortunate enough to have... There is one there. That does appear to be the closest. So we will go that way. And this looks kind of cool. Looks like it might be a dungeon related thing. So, and I think I just saw a lush cave. No. All right, I'm going to do my usual thing and proceed to dump my entire inventory without any regard for order. I will deal with the consequences of my actions at a later date, as well as taking out more storage. We'll take this just in case. Okay, cool. I guess I'll just take a stack of cobble. I think we're good on all the other fronts. Let me make more. We'll do this and then we'll run off. Oh. Probably filled. I might as well grab some raw potatoes just in case. Looks like everything might have turned. We're doing fine on potatoes, so I'm not in a rush, but cool. Right, we have plenty. Let's go. So we're just headed straight this way, and then we'll go around. Actually, I need to... I'm remembering from last time I went through the volcano, I need to move slightly this direction for it to be easy to come back. Yeah, that was what I was thinking about, like right around here. Because I ended up coming out over there. And then I was like, what do I do? Mm, there happens to be bees here. I'll think about it if I ever need beeswax, which, I mean, probably will at some point, maybe, perhaps. There's also a good chance I don't ever end up using it, so we'll see. Mm, 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 mm. Ouch. Ouch. Mm, 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 mm. There's wolves. That's cute. Correct direction, right? Yes, correct direction. Oh, that's cool. Sky slime stuff. It's pretty steep. Ah, Jesus. Cheese. Mm -mm -mm -mm. Coming by the copper thing that looked pretty cool. Granite. I don't know why I said copper. And there's definitely going to be bad mobs in here. It's definitely a dungeon of sorts. Anything up here? No. I think if we go down, we end up in like a giant dungeon. I ran into one of these in a older mod pack, but I didn't go through with it just because it scared me. By golly. Okay, I'm gonna stop spinning around. That's starting to make me nauseous. Okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about. You end up in like this very obvious dungeon situation. I mean, this will be really useful for getting XP. So I will mark down this place, but aside from that, it's just stressful. Mm, okay. Completely lost myself. I was like, where am I? What am I doing? Cool, the Birch Forest segues over into the Dark Oak Forest. The Lush Cave biomes is right up here, so I'm gonna go over here. Typically, if you want to get Dark Oak stuff, you want to go for like the edges, because otherwise all the tree leaves touching are gonna kind of interfere with you getting a drop. Oh, that's spooky. I'll have to mark here, potentially come back at a later date, because it looks cool. Goal is probably, I'd say, I want 12 saplings at least, because Dark Oak is unfortunately one of those that you kind of get less saplings than you put in. I literally got 4, 2 off of that one. We're gonna go for this one. Nope, don't do that. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. What do I have a feeling I'm going to look up and like half the tree's still there? Oh, geez. Because half the tree's still there. Hey, look at that. I lost a sapling in doing this. This is going to be pretty rough. And I have to make sure I don't get greedy and die. But let's keep going. Might end up just sitting inside of a hole for the whole night. Might investigate the cave system. Mm. Oh, ouch. I'm not too far down now. I fear that shortly I will be running for my life. Oh my gosh. I wish I scripted that, but I didn't. Okay, I cannot be replanting these. Unfortunately, they're not giving me the returns I need. Okay, come on. No, 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 no. Okay. I'll leave. Oh, I see that the skeleton. Okay, this one should give me a bunch. I don't want them to grow up into trees because then they're going to get in the way of these leaves despawning because the new tree will support the previous leaves. So I don't want that. I'm like, why is nothing falling? It's like, because you haven't finished cutting down the tree. Who would have guessed? 11, that's kind of better. See. Well, it's not actually, because we have... Yeah, I've gotten 2 so far. It's the same as the cutting down the first tree. Break the leaves and maybe we'll get lucky. No, it does not appear so. I'm paying a little bit of attention to the minimap because I'm realizing that that's where I can see. Can I zoom? Oh, perfect. I can zoom the minimap in. Okay, now it's starting to despawn. Perfect. Okay. I got 1 extra. You know what? We're just going to take these. I have damaged the ecosystem, but it's, you know. Let's see what's going on here. Is this actually... Oh my gosh, it actually is Lush Cave Biome. There's like 4 axolotls down there. Moss is not super valuable, but it is worth getting at some point. Oh, jeez. And now we begin the run. Because I know there's going to be skeletons. And creepers. I'm not even running towards the house. Oh, jeez. That happened. That's a spider jockey. I think I just saw a witch. Sorry about that. Almost just ran off a cliff. Cool beans. Oh, geez. Now I'm starting to hear creeper noises just in my own head. Oh, geez. Okay, we're gonna go around. Weird to me that a sky slime biome spawned on the ground, but not my business. Mm, mm. I have saddles. I really should tame a horse at this point in the game. I always neglect vanilla transportation mechanisms just because I don't travel frequently. But yeah, I totally could have made it there and back if I had a horse with no problem. What's over there? Oh, that ice shaft. Yeah. I will say the potatoes definitely came in clutch for keeping up running. I think last time I did this something like this, I ran out of food like almost immediately. Okay, you didn't have to be right there. Like, you just didn't have to. Okay, you don't have to do that. Oh, the dirt path is the only safe path, apparently. No, 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 no. Kidding me. I fell through. Might as well get some snow blocks. Learned my lesson. Don't do that. Just don't. Oh, come on. I forgot that I didn't chunk load, so none of the trees have grown because I wasn't at home. Not a big deal, but, you know, something I forgot. I think that's the first thing I'll do. I'm gonna chunk load the main chunks of the base. So we're gonna chunk load the factory. Apparently I don't know how to chunk load. We're gonna chunk load the trees. And we're gonna chunk load the workshop. There's already like a little lake there? Really? Did I really just say there's already a little lake there? That's my freaking kelp farm. Cool. Okay. I don't think I need to chunk claim that one exactly, but yeah. Or force load that one. Okay, let's do this with the dark oak trees. We're gonna grow them very far apart because I don't want any leaf interference. I want them to be as, you know, I want to get as many leaves as I can from them. I think that's sufficient. But I did get a lot of dark oak logs, so I can start building with that on the flooring. So we'll start that. It'd be really cool. I think a mod should definitely do it. It shouldn't add any new blocks. I think it should make it so that the same way that you can wax copper blocks to make them stop aging, you should be able to wax the planks in logs so they become fire resistant. And the added bonus is if you want your logs to stay logs, you can wax them and then you don't shear off it with axe. Although I think the way to do it, which would be nice, contrary to the way it works with waxed copper blocks, because for that one, you just right click with an axe and you'll take off the waxed copper. I think it should be shears because people don't mistakenly carry shears and right click with them. People do that with axes. People being, you know, me. Yeah. So now the question arises, do I do any chisel-based blocks? It's like, this is one thing for flooring. Definitely, maybe. No, because it's too smooth all the way across. And this is not, definitely not. Maybe, maybe. Let's see. What's the difference between these two? This one's more subtle with its highlights. It's definitely not that. Okay, well, let's do a single block. Not the right one. Oh, okay, so it's kind of identical. The colors are slightly more orange. But it's like identical, it just has that wrapping. Which I think I will use this one just to take advantage of it. Because what I can do, I can put it underneath. Okay, we're not putting it here. Sorry about that. But we can have it here. And it'll have a nice bordering when it goes up against the stone. Not what I meant to do. Did not realize that shovel would do that. But when it's here underneath the wall, you won't be able to see it, which will be nice. So like you won't see any edging because it'll be like this. So you'll only see this along the edges, but along here you'll see a nice little edge. And around here as well, I think around the podiums I'm gonna, or the pillars, I'm gonna have it be left alone because I think that looks nice. Might do it so that maybe I will have it border 3 room. That might be nice. Yeah, maybe we'll just do that. Whoops. So I'm gonna have to set up a bulk smelter because I don't want to waste all my charcoal and time smelting stone. Well, cobblestone into stone and then into stone brick. I was informed by um I don't know, that I'm supposed to also make a campfire. Specifically for potatoes and pork chops, which, I mean, that is what I was going to do, so it's interesting, you know? The, that the person that informed me to do this knew that that was my game plan. So, yeah, continuing this way. I guess I'll just go all the way through. This will be the porch. We'll end up putting stairs, the edges. Some of the birch trees have grown. That's nice. I think I see... Oh, the dark oaks have grown, so... I was worried I might run out of planks. I definitely will for the second floor. Also, potentially for furniture, if that's in this pack. I don't know. I'd definitely be going for... dark oak furniture to match the flooring. I don't think furniture should be the same color as the walls. But who am I to say I'm not an interior designer? I just play Minecraft. Okay, I totally forgot that I still have 2 stacks, so maybe I don't need... Oops, forgot that that was still in there. Oh, I can't make a porch. Let's... Yeah, because I had the flooring, there's no step into the house. So that's what I was going for with the pillars. So I think that's cool. I think I can get started on the walls now. Are there... What spruce things exist? There's spruce palisades, which are cool, but I don't know if that's the aesthetic I'd go for. If they were like a log cabin, like a cross, that'd be cool. Spruce board vertical slab. Yeah, there they are. There's vertical slabs. I think I'm gonna go for those just because it's a bit of a cheesy way, but they give a nice depth to the house. Oh, and they're spruce window planes, courtesy of Create. That I appreciate. Spruce beams. I will use the beams as cross beams in the house. Uh, let's start with the windows, because that's gonna decide whether I go for some of the other things. I happen to have a glass block. I do. Lucky me. Oh, I can't make panes. I need more glass. Um, this is my little stealing patch, I'm assuming. Ooh, two bunches of sand. 2 charcoal worth. I don't want to put it in there because it's going to use it up, so I'm just going to leave it in there. How are we doing over here? I should have chunk loaded this a long time ago, because then this would have been working the whole time. Oh well. Oh, I wish it would just... Oops. 35. I'm suspecting that it broke. Oh. We've run out. Who would have guessed? Me. So I need just 6. I don't need all it. Let's see. How does this look with some vertical spruce planks? That's not at all what I meant to do. Again, not at all. Jeez. Can I hold shift and will it place it like, nope. Okay, so I guess I'm just... That won't let me do it? Come on. Come on. There we go. Please don't tell me. Oh my gosh. Who designed this? Oh my gosh. Alright, so how does this look? That's not bad. I'm okay with that. Seems like such a lonely day. Haven't seen anyone chatting in the chat. I think someone I've seen in the chat a long time ago. I think their username was Kyomapai. Yeah. No, I don't get the pain back. That sucks. I realized that this isn't the correct spot for that because this is part of the house. Okay, really? Like, really? Come on. So I'm not going to... I always like doing this, but I'm kind of like thinking about it. I'm like, houses don't really ever have windows that stretch all the way across. I, I don't know. Either way, let's get started on the stone melting. Um, so let's see. Since this is the workshop area, all right, so this side, we're going to have our presser. I need more andesite. More andesite. Hey, there is a mill in here. Where is it? I just saw it. Here it is. Perfect. Hey, and there's a basin. Perfect. Okay, so this will be the mixer. This will be one of the mechanical presses. There will be a second. Do I have it up against the wall? See, that's going to be hard to transmit power via. Um, hmm. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'll have... So I'm thinking I'll have a vertical gearbox here. I'll have one here. Because the only reason I'm thinking of doing that is so I can do that. I know, it's not organized at all. Oh well. Let's grab some of this. Grab some of these bad boys. Alright, so I'm thinking, how many... I do want to have it against the walls because I think it'll look cool. Same thing here. We'll have it against the walls and have the chain. Well, we're definitely doing chain drives on these. And I think we're going to do same deal. We'll have 4 here. So I'll need more chain drives. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna have these 4 here. Do I actually want this up against? Yeah, it's space. Yeah. Let's move this into our soon-to-be house. I'm planning to have crushing wheels here, so this will be open. This will be a storage room. That's a balcony, fishing spot. So I'll put the bedroom right here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's this glass pane slander? I know that normal glass panes break forever. I was hoping that create ones wouldn't, but my hope didn't last, unfortunately. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, well, I guess no matter what, because these will have chains as well. Hmm. I'm just trying to think. These will go into the fans. I'll work on that. Let's start bringing power into here. So first things first, let's set this up correctly. One more. Bonk. Big bonk. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have the 7th. Is this one? Go attach it over here. Bum, bum. It's gonna attach right over here. Ooh. And so that's more appropriate. And what we will do here, I'm thinking that I'm going to pull the power for both of these all the way down. Fortunately, for me to do this, this ends up being a cogwheel here. But that restricts these two, so I can't deliver power to these. Unless, I mean, I guess I could just go for 2 vertical gearboxes. It's not that big of a deal. And just have this. And then that'll bring power into here. And then a similar deal, we can bring the chain drive up. Have power get brought in that way. So, let's see. Maybe we bring power in this way and have it come in through the center over to here. We have a center line axle here. So do that. And then we can have cover these up. And have the last vertical gearbox go this way. And then we can have a beam across. Yeah, I think that's cool. Can I put a... That'll be the only part that's a bit funky, but that's fine. Yeah, I guess that's fine. We can do that. And then we can fill this in with andesite casings, just to make it look nicer. And on this end, now that we have power distributed to these, I can actually start using them. 2, 3, 4, it's gonna be 16. Okay. Not that slow, but it's still a little slow. That's fine. So preemptively, I need to go grab the mechanisms that I neglected because I, for some reason, thought I wouldn't need them. I don't know why I neglected it, but I do need these. And so let's put these down here. They're gonna have fan blades put on them directly. Whoops. I say whoops like I didn't 100% know that that's what was gonna happen. Please push. Oh, it pushes. Thank you. I have to do no conversions, which is lovely. Although, because I used vertical gearboxes, it's very easy to just switch out a gearbox here. So that's nice, at least. Alrighty, so we're gonna have depots here. And I think we're gonna go for, I don't know what, but just for the time being, I'm gonna just fit those there so there's at least something. Weird that they default, I think, north. Yeah, they default north. I guess that makes sense. Just have them zeroed out. Alrighty, so first things first. Campfire. Ah, that didn't feel great. Campfire. Water. Okay. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna steal one of my fans. We're gonna go make some soul sand because I'm gonna need it. You know what, we'll just do 8 sand here. Just to verify that I don't have any that I created in this event. No, I did not plan for the future, is what I'm noticing, is all. I don't want to move the soul campfire because the moment I do, I don't think I'm gonna get soul sand back, and that makes me worried. Yep, there we go. So now I can break this. Okay, we do get the soul sand back, so that's fine. Soul soil. Oh, I made soul soil? Okay. Cool. Yeah, the wandering trader spawned all the way over there for some reason. For whatever reason. Okay, charcoal for 1. I don't want to use up the soul soil. Soul campfire for the other, and we have water. I'd like lava to be in the middle somewhat, just because the farther it is from anything, the less chance it burns stuff down. So one of these two, I'm feeling here because this is going to be a wall. So we'll put campfire, lava, soul campfire, water. And there we go. So we have a cooker, so we can bulk cook all these potatoes right away. We can do some soul campfire stuff, and we can wash things. So we can make obsidian without having to do dumb stuff anymore, which is nice. And we have lava. Look at that quick. So much faster. Let's make... Yes, I know what I'm gonna do. Oh no, it's getting dark, it's getting dark. To bed, to bed. Oh, you're kidding me. I don't light up my house. Alright, we're gonna light up the house. Can't forget to do that. Can't forget to do that. Because if I don't tell myself to not forget, I will forget. 1000%. Okay. Things are lit up now, at least. Alright, let's give ourselves a stack of andesite casings, and we're gonna pass them over here. Okay. And then I can install machines and have this sort of fill in as necessary, which will be nice. I was wondering what I was going to use for the walls in this section, but this works out nicely. I'm thinking I might leave it open on the sides, because I'm thinking I might... Yeah, this will be in the inventory pulling and pushing stuff. These I might shift over and end up having the crushing wheels here. Just because this section really does push up against pretty tightly. Something here would be nice, just so I'm not wasting space. Really don't know what are all the different create contraptions, really. Like what are create contraptions that have like usage for, like they have recipes, I guess. Trying to think. There's definitely mixing and then mixing with the blaze burner, but I guess I could just do that over one. But it is nice to have a blaze burner constantly running. So I could two mixers. But that's two mixers. I could just have that over on the other side. So that doesn't really make sense to have here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else with regards to the workshop that's necessary. I think in the meantime I'm gonna set up the millstone, but it's, yeah, not that big of a deal. Now that I'm absolutely swimming in stuff, willing to make a hopper for this. Actually, makes more sense just to do this in the flooring. Because I can just put a barrel down here. Gearboxes. Just one. Where's... all the andesite casings are in my hand. Who would have guessed? Okay, we're gonna break these two. This down, put this down. Look at that. So we have our current millstone. Nice. Let's see. So there's 2 slots, so the millstone could be pushed over, and then we could have a blaze burner 1 put down. Honestly, I think the method with the hoppers, I think I'm going to repeat it for all of them. Just because it's convenient. I still have to test if it's just going to auto-pull stuff. I did not think about that. That's definitely... There's a chance it does that. Which would be very unfortunate, but would not at all be surprising. So the easiest way is just... I'll need plates, so... Yeah, that's what I figured. That's unfortunate. But it's fine, it's fine. Yeah. This I don't have to... Do I have to worry about this, doing that? No, it holds on to it till it's done, which is nice. Okay, cool. So I don't have to worry about the hopper for this one, but unfortunately for the depot, it will just pull it straight away. I'm pretty sure chutes will do the same thing anyways, so it's not like I really... Yeah, I guess so. But there is no harm in at least having chests here, or barrels, just to, you know, kind of drive the point home with their usage. Yeah, there's no problem with that. Here, however, I really don't know what I'm going to do. Fine for now, but you know what? The main thing, though, is now that this is done, let's take a look at stone. I mean just stone. That didn't help at all. The smooth stone is pretty good. Okay, so I don't have to resmelt it like twice. It can turn it to stone, smooth stone. I was thinking I had to do it twice. But with re-chiseled, I think I'm still going to go with smooth stone, just overall. I've used these, but it was fine, but I didn't really care much for it. I don't know. Let's see. So this smooth stone, I'm definitely not doing connected. And the alternative was this one. Which is fine, but this one is a little... You know what, actually, maybe I will go with this again, because this is a... That does fit better with the stone texture. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Still have the shovel? I do. I still do. Okay. Not what I mean to do, but okay. I'm still debating on what I'm going to do for the in-betweens. Although, in between this section is fine. I know what I'm going to do. I have to be careful because of the lava and stuff. Or I could be smart and just do the thing called picking them up. Crazy, I know. Absolutely bonkers. Can I get the corner? Oh, perfect. So I don't even need to go over there. That's perfect. That's not perfect, but that's perfect. And then we just pop that back. I'll debate whether I'm going to put down stone tiles or use popped out over here. It's a little funny. Nope. I haven't decided yet. Haven't decided. I'm probably going to just do this anyways. Cool. So that's like the workshop area of the house. And that's like a nice clean cut across. Just gonna, you know, no harm, no foul. Just doing that. The will, however, it's almost nighttime. Okay, we'll leave it like that. Gotta go to sleep. And then eat some potatoes. Alright. But I brought the workshop back, which is nice. I'm able to actually do things again. This is gonna be the fishing section. This is totally enclosed. That I know. The majority of this is gonna be... I don't like having windows behind the bed. It kind of throws me. Having the windows on the side is a lot nicer to me, at least. So I'm gonna do that. And we'll keep it small. I don't want to have too many windows. That's nice. That's not as nice, unfortunately. Yeah, let me pain in my butt. There we go. So yeah, that's my preference for the bedroom, at least. I don't know why I'm like acting like it's based on direction, which it should be. Don't mind me. It should be based on the direction you're facing, but it's not. So, you know what? For the fishing one, I'm gonna move the doorway over because I want to have a single pane right here. Ouch. Yeah, single doorway. Ouch. Single one right there. Go for spruce doors. I want the door handle that this way. Yes, perfect. Okay, perfect. Cool. So this will be the fishing section. I don't know what this will be. This might be like the kitchen area. I'm feeling that. This might be the kitchen area. This, I don't want to be... you know what? No, this makes more sense as the kitchen area. The cooker's right here. Yeah, that makes more sense. But this will be the porch, and as such, I'm feeling... doing this. Do I want to have a doorway here? Kind of like a back door into the house. I think I will, just because it's convenient. Yeah, I will. Convenient into the house. Obviously, oh, I completely forgot. This is a porch. I'm not walling this in. I think I will have the... I'm just thinking about how I want to do this while I'm sort of in the process of doing it. So I will have an overhang over here to sort of tighten it up. Because of the lava, I don't actually need the torch right there anymore. Coming together, it's starting to look pretty nice. And I do want to keep it pretty open, aside from the bedroom. And I also don't want the door is definitely not going here. This is stressful, having the door, like, you're sleeping and the door is directly on. Door being here is a little nicer. It's in sight, but it's not, like, stressing you out with its positioning. And I will wall it in because I'm completely okay with that. Complete. Wow. Managed to miss it twice. That's impressive in a sad way. And then we're gonna put it this way. Yeah. It should swing in, but it's whatever. Yeah, so that's the idea. You sleep like this. Not too bad, yeah. Plenty of space, and by having it recessed, it doesn't feel like it takes up too much room. Do the same thing here. We're gonna pull this into some stairs on sort of wrapping around. Whoops. Okay. That's nice. Yep. I like that. I don't know what I'm going to do here for the porch yet, in terms of anything with the doors, but I know for a fact that I'm going to at least have the base filled in. I don't think I'm going to have exits on this side. I think this is just going to stay filled in. Same thing here. Same thing there. So these are going to be some entryways. This will be an entryway. Oh, you know what? I should have an entryway. Since I'm going to treat this as the kitchen, I don't know if I want... This is the porch. You know what? I have the back door right here. There's no point having a door here. So we'll have the door here for the porch. And this will just be a nice little window in. Oh, what the heck? I did that. You know what? That's fine. I actually, that's perfectly fine. I think. I think I will do that for this. Nope. Yeah. That's fine for this one. I want to recess it like as if it's part of the house. Still, on the interior, it'll feel like that. But in reality, it's actually the outer wall. So that I'm actually perfectly fine with. And then we'll do the same thing here that I did over there. We'll have this as a window, and this will be a door. I don't know. We'll see. For the time being, I'll leave it. I should have put dirt here first. This was a waste too, because I'm definitely not, and I don't like it up against the thing. Okay, come on. Really? Do I really have to just keep doing that? Okay. This will be the kitchen. I'm gonna get started with that stuff. I think they even bring up some of them, like this, the joy of cooking. Yeah, Farmer's Delight stove. That is a big one for some recipes. So they don't have cooking for blockheads. Oh, they do have braziers? No, maybe I might have to put... You know, that's what I'm missing. I'm missing out on the living room. Honestly, this could end up being... This could end up being the living room. We could cut out this pillar. Um, yeah, let's do that now before I forget, because that's a good idea. So we'll cut this pillar out. We could turn this into a dining table and have the chandelier, quote unquote. I made air quotes. I don't know why. You wouldn't see it. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Let me get some more of the dark oak wood that I spammed into here. We're gonna do that. So let's fill this in. So this will be the living room. We'll make a brazier. I think we'll turn this into the sort of chimney. We'll have this be the cabinets and stuff for... Yes, there are cabinets. So yes, we could do cabinets and then put, what do you call it? What's the top? Countertops. Counters? Are there counters? No. Farmer's Delight. That introduces the cabinets, which I'm definitely going to use. The stove. Yeah, so I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll have the cabinets push out this way a bit. This will be a little trapdoor. No, do I want to have it? I want to block my way into here, but I do want to have cabinets. I'll just have an open design. I don't need to block it in. But yeah, spruce cabinets. You don't want spruce cabinets? I did make that statement earlier that I don't want... Ouch. I don't want walls. Furniture shouldn't be the same as the walls. Same thing for the cabinets, yeah. Okay, we'll make the cabinets dark oak. Okay, that's not too big of a deal. I can do that. So single cabinet, that's fine. But the idea is we're going to have it here. It is a cabinet, which means it might serve better going up top, but I'm going to use them as bottom and top. So... I'm going to go for at least... Oh, geez. Going for at least 2 more. Holy shabunkles. I didn't think it would radiate out like that. That sucks. Cool. Well, let's get rid of this pillar. Oh, but that means it could radiate to this pillar too. Well, shucks. What do I want to do then? How do I want to handle this? I could very simply put something along the wall to protect it. Let's see. Are there andesite trapdoors from Create? Because that would be the best, I think. There's train trapdoors, but that's not really what I'm looking for. Let's see. Are there any blocks in Create that can prevent it from burning down the whole house? Because that's 100% what will happen. And I will be so sad. So sad. Yeah, let me look at the threat pattern of lava. Minecraft wiki, lava, fire spread. Usage, fire spread. Here we go, Java edition. Okay. So the air could catch flame in that radius. So the air directly here could catch flame. And the air 2 over. Yeah, so this is perfectly in range. So as long as I protect this, the rest of the house is fine. So as long as I fill up the block that it could potentially touch, it's perfectly good. Another alternative is just filling in these blocks with something so that it can't, like, I just fill in this whole radius, the 3x3 around it, and then it can't possibly do anything. So using slabs might make sense, but let's see if create has a visual option. There is copycat panels, which I might use that. That's just stone cutting a zinc ingot. That's pretty cheap. I think that's the solution I'm gonna go for. Because of how cheap it is. Because 2 zinc ingots will protect the whole thing. I'll have to figure out what block I want to use though. I'm thinking I'll use... I'm curious. Oh, cool. I don't open it at all. So let's put these back and then cover them up as well. Perfect. Can this... Oh, shucks. Let's see. 2 out. So this can go 2 out. And then, let me see real quick. 2 out. So it's on a 5x5. So this is in the 5x5. 5x5x2. But this isn't. So this is fine. I really do like the copycat panels as they are, but that's the issue. The moment I put in some, you know, the moment I touch it on accident, it's going to have something in it. Let me actually, you know what? I have a sneaking suspicion someone has already looked into wool blocks to put. Copycat blocks. Let's take a look. Oh, and they take on properties? So they... Oh, they can take luminance? Oh, that's really cool. Because then I can put in... Oh, that's cool. You can put in, like, cool lighting. What? Panels are the same thickness as a trapdoor. What? That's crazy. Any full block. They don't take the barrel. Oh, they allow barrels, but I don't think I want to use a barrel. Oh, and you can toggle the lamp's block state. That's so cool. That's so cool. Okay, so the panels take the texture from the side. Okay. So I'm thinking what I want to do then. Block that has a cool side texture that is not an entity. Honestly, I want to see how iron bars look in it. I feel like iron bars might look cool. They could also look extra derpy. We'll see. It really is, you know, it's just gonna come out looking how it does. There's no option. Go for 6 in case it actually looks good. I don't know what I thought it would look like, if I'm being entirely honest. Okay. Really wish I could leave the copycat panel as it is, because that looks a lot cooler than I thought it would. Like, it works really well with the tones. I wasn't expecting it to work really, you know, that well. But if there's a way to leave it as it is, that'd be perfect, but... I ponder this? No. Oh, and you can cycle orientation? I didn't even realize that. Okay. Can I right-click this and cycle orientation? No. But you can do that with... No? Or do I have to have multiples of the exact same item? Nope, that is not what I wanted it to do. That's also not what I wanted to do. How does andesite casing look? Also not what I wanted to do. I'm struggling here. Andesite casing honestly might be the one that looks... that fleshes the best, but oh man, does the copycat panel look really cool. Maybe I'll just have to make it a point not to click it with stuff in my hands, which is not that hard to do. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just... I think I'll leave them as is, because I think it really does look really good. Gives it a workshop vibe. Okay, so those are protected. I literally spent an entire Minecraft day mulling over this. Oh well. So now the house won't burn down spontaneously, because I totally didn't realize it could. I'm gonna leave these blocks open. And... unless I want to leave this section open and then have this filled in a little and just have it be like this is the kitchen and it's open to the back. But the whole point was that I could have the brazier. Let's take a look. How does this look? That's it? Let's see how that looks. No more smelting. I get to save up on all the charcoal. It's all mine now. Was it? Oh, it's up at the top. Okay. Let's see how it looks. Okay, I also have to make sure that it doesn't fire spread, because I didn't think about that. I could honestly also get away with just having a campfire, because campfires... let me not just say stuff without actually knowing. So the decorative blocks... Let's take a look. Minecraft decorative blocks mod. Braziers. Oh, they have chandeliers. Bonfires. So those are bonfires. Not really interested in the bonfire. The big chain is cool. Oh, they have lattices? I'm definitely using that for the back patio. Um... palisades, no. Thatch, no. Let me just make sure. I just don't want the house to burn down. It might be burning down while I'm just looking at stuff. I think it's just to be decorative. I don't think it'll do that. Well, the whole point is that I can drop the brazier down into the floor. And then have... I can... Oh, you know what? I could totally use the... This is where stuff gets really cool. Because I can use the panels, bars, so that instead of the bar being like this, that's, you know what? That makes so much sense. That's so cool. It can be really tightly constrained. Except on this side, I'm not going to use that. I think I'm going to go for... So this... Sure, whatever. This will be... great. But... let me check. Can this go... Okay. So the sides of it, I think... What happens if I put this in? That works out pretty well, but I do want to go for like a brick texture. Does... Well, first things first, let me go get more of the copycat panels because... Ow, I didn't realize how useful a block that's able to take the texture of other blocks that is the size of a what's it called? That's the size of a... Oh darn, I didn't want that. There we go. And then I want here... Is that the right height? I might want to go up higher. But the cool part is I can then keep it going up. Oh yeah. You know what? You could totally... You could totally, for the stove, I'm gonna do this. You can make a vent. That looks so cool. I'm not gonna do this for this because I don't want this for the campfire. And honestly, I'm gonna take a quick look because this is... I'm excited for this one. So yeah, that's really cool. I'm definitely gonna put that in the kitchen as like this will be the cooking vent. Oh, hi Moon Gaming. Hopefully I didn't miss your message for too long. It is. I really was slacking on this because I'm like copycat stuff. Like, yeah. But yeah, okay, so that's really cool. I'm gonna take a quick pit stop and look at some fireplace designs because I want to see one that is compact. All of them do stone, stone shale. That's what I'm thinking. The ones that have wood surrounding them tend to go for a darker, not a darker one. They tend to go for like a red brick pattern, not a like gray tone. But I've already got 2 tones of brown, so I might stick with the gray tone. Shale. They also seem to surround the fire pretty thickly. Yeah. I think I will stick with the copycat stuff. But I think I might go for the full blocks. I might just do that. I might go for full blocks with copycat panels up on the top just to add like a little layer. Having this lowered does not make sense. So I'm just gonna sneak in and grab that. Oh wow, you can't get out? That's a little silly. It's a cool little trap for people if you want to do that. Emulate a fire pit. I think I will use... I think I'm just gonna use a charcoal block. Or a block of coal. I don't think I'm gonna go for any designs, really. Block. Block of flint might unironically look nicer. Because I'm trying to go for like a... like, it's burnt up debris on the ground. No leaf block. Burnt? Ash block, maybe? I have seen ash blocks. Ash bricks? Unironically, that might be the texture I go for the... We have to take a look at stone first. Because there might be a nice stone brick texture, because I'm going to look for shale. Looking for like a very thin sideways... Okay, that's it right there. Yeah. Actually, there we go. Slated stone, I'm pretty sure, is the thing I'm looking for. Yeah, so we're gonna go with slated stone. And yeah, let's do that then. So let's chisel these into... Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's take these off. So the texturing is a bit funky for these. Let's take a look at bricks. Maybe there might be a different option. Because I want something that's like a little bit disorderly, but not too disorderly. The ash bricks aren't clean, but I'm pretty sure they're just uniform. They're very thin, that's what I'm looking for. I want the sort of discoloring that the shale has. Cobblestone might actually do it. I'll have to see. Not thinking tough. You know what? Let's take a look at cobblestone. What do we have here? Polished. What chiseling do we have? Definitely not that. No. No. Sheared cobblestone? I can't tell. It's too tiny to tell how it looks, really. It's almost nighttime. Whoopsies. I think I'm just going to leave the bedroom door open. It's a more of a hassle to open and close it. Can I turn this back into blocks? Perfect. Okay. Let's see. How does the sheared... Ooh, definitely not. How does this look? Nope. Nope. Nothing I'm liking. Definitely not. Nothing in the cobblestone category, so... That's a no on that front. Shear? No. Shale? No. Brick? Um... There are small stone bricks. Maybe I should go for those instead of the sheer that I went for. It's gonna slated stone is what it's called, yeah. I think we're gonna go for the instead of the brazier, we're gonna go with the campfire. Because the campfire might look a little nicer. So small stone bricks, I think we're gonna go with the small stone bricks. That looks pretty nice. This would be great, except for the rounding. That is the only issue with that. Yeah, we're going with the small stone bricks. There we go. That's a much better texture. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's really cool. And we're going to have this be properly filled in. And I think what I think I'm going to do is I'm not going to use yeah, I still have to figure out what I want to use on the base because I'm going to use some... You know what? Cobbled deep slate might work. What are we looking at with deep slate? Is there a... stuff here? What happens if I smelt it with deep slate? What do we get? Do we have any chiseling? No, there's just this. But deep slate. It's not a bad option. I don't know. Nub. Deep slate nub. Maybe let me take a look at that architect's palette thing, because I have not looked at it. I like the wood blocks. Some cage lanterns. Moon shale. Hazard signs. Bread blocks. That's funny. Bread nubs. The nether brass lantern actually looks pretty cool. These are railings. Oh, railings? That's not bad at all. That I might... I don't want to forget that, so I'm gonna... That. Sun metal bars? Those look cool. What the heck sun metal is? Jeez. That looks cool, but it does not fit the aesthetic at all for the house. Algal lantern, also pretty cool. Unfortunately, also does not fit the aesthetic of the house at all. Same thing with plating blocks. It does add a charcoal block. Actually, that might... You know what? It's cheap enough. Might be worth it. Let's take a look at how it looks. I put it sideways. Oh yeah, that's actually perfect. We'll just have the brazier in there for the moment. No, definitely not. I want the campfire. Because I want smoke. Let's go grab some logs. know I'm getting way into building the house. I should take a break after a point so that I can work on building some stuff. Oh yeah. You can't really see much of it, but I think that looks really cool. Let's make some more of the copycat panels. So we can slot in more of the stone stuff. Let me take more cobblestone out. Yeah, okay. That should be enough for having it through here. I need to make more stone. Yeah, so that's what I was like, hoping to do, because I wanted to have it sort of, I want to have a reason to sort of pull something up. But if it's that thin, it's a lot thinner than I thought I'd be able to do it, which is nice at least. Yeah, so this will be the living room for sure, for sure. I know I'm not going to use up all these, but like, let's do that at least. Look at that. I think that looks really cool. And what we can do actually... Okay, maybe I should keep the panels there though. Well, a little unfortunate, but nothing too crazy. I was thinking what I could do is have, like, shelves here. But if it's going to interfere with the copycat panels, I'm fine with it just being a vertical face and being a little bland-ish. Okay. That's cool. So once I'm there, I can... Well, you probably won't see it because it's Peter's out there, and I'm not going to put a second one. But that's fine. I think it's cool. So let's see, what next? So, unfortunately, because of how thick this is, I do actually kind of want to bring out the wall. Like, if this was inset, that'd be fine, but it isn't. And I have the beam here. So, I think I will turn this into a wall of sorts, perhaps. Maybe, I mean, maybe just copycat panels. Might be nicer so that I constrain the space. I'm not taking away from it as much. I don't plan to put a doorway here, so it's perfectly fine to have it. It's not going to mess anything. And this can hide up the shelves. Yeah, and then we'll have... I think we'll have full blocks here. Have copycat panels here as well. Going a little crazy with the copycat panels, but it's a new discovery, you know? Gotta use it. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Fortunately, it does make a little more sense having it against the wall, but like, it's fine, it's fine, you know, it's fine. I could totally take this out and turn it into that. And I might. I might do that. 'Cause now that I said that out loud, that sounds smart. I just have to think about the crushing wheels. I have to be careful. Because the crushing wheels are going to take up, like... They're going to take a lot of space up, actually. Because they're going to take up... There's 3 across. And they're going to take up that center block. So they're going to be 5 across. There is no questioning it. And that's like Yeah, no aesthetics to it. So having it 5 across, I mean, it would fit perfectly having it like up here, but then it would kind of mismatch a bit. I could have it right here, and it would fit across here and join in the center and have it be right here. But that's where I plan to have the inventory system, since it's well accessible. I'll have to think that out first. Let's see. What am I thinking of? I mean, if I move these over and I have the crushing wheel against the wall, I could fit it in and it'll just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Terminate right here, and then I could have the chimney. I don't want it directly against it, so I could have the chimney here. And that might be nicer. I do want it to be away from here, so maybe 2 blocks, having the chimney right here. Now, having it in the center of the wall would be nicer, is the only annoying part. There is also the option of pulling these forward and having the crushing wheels hidden behind, because in all honesty, I'm not going to be tossing stuff in manually. I'm going to be putting stuff in a chest above, and it'll flow down, and I can leave the center open. I could put... There we go. I think I've answered my question. So we could easily put the chimney here, but it does look really nice. I just don't know how to do it with the kitchen area because it's kind of bland on the back. It does look weird. You just come around and you're like, oh, look, it's a wall. I don't know. Oh, I could totally put it on this wall. I don't intend to have a doorway here because this is the porch. Oh, but that's the kitchen. This is the living room. Just, I'll leave it here for now, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up moving it here. I'll pull these forward later, but for the time being, it's fine there. For the kitchen area, I'll need some bricks. So let me grab some... How many bricks am I going to need for the stove? 16. So 16 clay. Should have enough. 16 bricks. I'll need 3 iron, a campfire. Go grab that. Have the iron. Campfire. Just need half. There's the stove. I'm thinking that I'm gonna have... Is there a fridge? There is not. Is there a cooler? No. Oven? Stove? Pot? What is that? Farmer's Delight. So it seems like the only thing is Farmer's Delight. So there's 3 things. There's a cooking pot and a skillet. Oh, they have Ponder built in? That's cool. Cooking can be done with that. That is cool, though, that you can use the blaze stove as a heat source. Okay, so I'm thinking then we could have the blaze here with the pot on it, or the skillet, and then we can have the stove next to it. And then I'll definitely have cabinets to the side. So we'll have 3 cabinets on the side. That is, there's no question about that. Okay. So we're gonna have 3 here. And then this makes sense to have like a full sort of panel. Does it? Oh, that would have been. That didn't just happen. That would have been cool if it like reached over and attached, but no matter, no matter. Really? Do you really have to do that to me? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my mind. You gotta like go right in the center, 2 pixels for it to count. But like here, you don't really have to because that's fine. Yeah, that works well. Got like a nice little outer view. And we'll have the blaze burner here and the pot on top of it. Actually, do I want to do that or do I want to have something here? Maybe. For the time being, I'll move the stove over one. And we could use this. I don't know. I'm thinking that I will move these over. We'll have the 2 here. And these cabinets over top. Then in the corners, just for the kitchen. This is what I was thinking, like section off the kitchen a little so it feels a little more closed in. Because it's nice to have the kitchens feel, it's nice to have like a little bit more organized space with them. And we can have the blaze burner here. You have a little guy helping you cook. Part of the joke. For the time being, you know what, we can move these up here, and that sort of finishes up the kitchen area. Could have some 2 here and leave this up open. So let me do that now then, if that's what I'm going to go with. So we'll do 2 more. Yep, so we'll do 2 here, leave 2 open. This will be the kitchen. Leave this. I think my mind's made up. I think I will move this over here and it might honestly make sense to pull out this pillar as well and just leave it as a completely open design. Or have this be something else. Because, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't. Yeah, let's do this now with the... Oh, shucks. I'm gonna lose that, unfortunately. But let's do this. I have 1,000,000,001 sticks just lying around. Because I always grab stuff out and never coordinate it at all. Copycat panels are really cool because you can use them for... I will be doing that here. That just clicked. Sorry. Copycat panels seem really cool because they don't change. Like, they don't flip open and close. So it's like a trapdoor without the sort of minor nuisances of a trapdoor. Okay, I came here looking for sticks. To find sticks. Where are they? Cool. Gotta go to sleep. Gotta go to sleep. Oh, yeah, I already said it. This is going to be storage. I literally told myself that. So this will become a storage room, and that'll be sectioned off. And this is the kitchen. Grab more of these. Oh, do I want the storage? Yeah, that's fine. Bum, bum, bum. We're going to take a look at how that looks here in a second. Yeah. It doesn't unfortunately look better. It just looks better. That's the truth of it. It fits in a little nicer there. I can put furniture sort of facing away from this section and facing towards here. So, are there such things as couches? There aren't, but we can work with that. So this will be the storage area, and as such, once I have pretty pipes, I can start working well. They did have a suggestion for the crafting station. Let's move that over. I want to see how it'll work. So let me pull this forward. I don't need furnaces. So let's start moving stuff. I do like barrels. Let me make a couple and see if the items in them will flow all the way through. So... Okay. So if I put 3, and let's put an item in here, an item in here, an item in here, it only detects the directly touching one. Unfortunate, but fine. Now the next question is, does it detect both sides? No, it just has a preference for one side. Okay, good answer, good check, good. You know, glad to know. Let me take a look at the Tinker's construct crafting station chests. Let's see how that works. So that is unfortunately what occurs. So a single chest is all you get. A single drawer. However, are there upgrades to barrels? There are. Okay. So sophisticated storage. What the heck? I think the thing holding me back from sophisticated storage was the Where is it? Spruce barrel. Was redstone torches, yes. But really, it starts off with bronze? Come on. You don't have to be this mean to me, game. Really? Oh, brother. Alloy glass and copper? Okay, maybe that's not as bad as I thought. Okay. So glass and copper. Then. But I need an alloy, and that's a smelter controller. Or just an alloyer. Yeah, so it has to be the scorched brick, which requires nether grout, which requires... I have those. Magma cream. That is the only unfortunate thing I do not have. Yes, that is the only one that I don't have. I'm pretty sure you can compact this via a... Oh, there isn't one. Huh? I don't know what that does. Storage stabilizer. That's interesting. The blaze charm fragment would be very convenient for being in the blaze. Blaze being in the nether. Yeah, so there is not really a renewable way. So that's unfortunate. So I can't do that. Sophisticated storage. What are we looking at? So, yeah, it's basic to bronze. And then once I have the bronze tier, I can slap in a stack upgrade. And that's pretty cheap. So I can immediately double. So that's not bad. Invar is probably going to be a pain in the butt. Let's take a look. So I don't think the melter is able to do it. Oh, so you can't alloy it inside of here at all. You have to make the blend. Can't make the blend. Okay, what about the ingots? So there's molten invar. Seems to be the only way. Melting. Is there like no way to get it? Or really? You melt circuit presses and it gives you that? That sucks. Is that it? Really? Oh, I don't like that at all. Like, no, there's no way. Really? That blurs. I don't like that at all. 2 ingots from a circuit press? And you do that via circuit scrap, which requires the Invar ingots, which makes sense why it requires Invar then. So the only way to get molten Invar, at least at this moment, is that way. And then slime steel requires molten slime steel. And this one you can alloy. Beardstone, sky slime, and molten iron. This one's not too bad, or in the sense that it's possible. It's not a great recipe, but it's possible. Ooh, Manulin, that's terrible. Is this what I expect it to be? Yeah, cobalt and debris. I haven't even seen cobalt. I think that's out in the nether. Yeah, that's not great. So melting, you get 1 ingot and 3 nuggets. If you use it in the foundry, you get an ingot and a nugget. Oh, based on the controller type? Huh? The power of a melter on a stick? A melting pan? That's funny. That's really funny. Okay. That sucks. I mean, it's great. It gives a lot of storage, but that's not really what. Oh, and I totally forgot. Tinker's contract said that it's not going to work with modded storage systems. Okay, well, in that case, let's see. I think what I'm going to do is for the storage system, we're going to have, instead of barrels, we're going to have chests, and it's pretty much going to be just all the way across like this. Yeah, and we're just going to do, all the way around. Let's start moving things over at the very least. We should start by like putting my things in there. That could help. Just dump everything. I'll leave that. That sucks that sophisticated storage is done that way. It's like, it's whatever, but it's just like, oh, come on. Oh, what's something I'd just fill up my inventory with? We'll do that. Where is the spruce chests? Yep, so that's the idea. It's going to stack up, and that should be plenty of storage for the time being. It will just be a pain in the butt a little to find things. Although, okay. I got excited because I was wondering if they had this mod that lets you search nearby inventories. You press Y. Maybe they just changed the keybind. I'll take a look. But it doesn't seem to be the case. Okay. Okay. I didn't realize I picked one chest that had only half space. Oh well. Okay, three more chests. I was gonna be like 2 more chests to go. 3. Okay. These 2 are filled. I think I have, this one's not too filled, so I'll do this one first. Okay. Let's grab these. Just grab all this. Moving storage. Oh, forgot about that. Not putting that away. Just to go over here, because I'm not using it. Oh, look at that. one spot left. Perfect for grabbing all these. Then I'm pretty sure this one's done. It is. I'm gonna have to grab the chest back out. Thank you. Well, that's unfortunate. You get blocked by the chests. You're gonna have a great view of my chest system. I might have to rethink that then. That's a little silly. Oh, there's stuff in there still. Alright, gonna come back here with that. Do I have dirt from the chests? No, not yet. Okay. I have 2 TNT? Huh, rather interesting. We'll fill this bottom one in, though. I'd like to leave this so you can actually see out. So these chests are all done. I can start bringing some of the stuff up. Meant to grab dirt. Well, this is going to be fun for a while. I don't know what this bell does. Or, I know what this bell does, but I've never used it and had it work. Let's move this. Let's move it up. Cool. Okay. This should go into the kitchen because, yeah, it's a kitchen. Cool. Cutting board works perfect for the kitchen area. I'll have to make a wizard tower for the enchantment room. I always make a wizard tower. I just find it to be fun. We'll leave this here. Nope, nope. Let's just do it now. Get it over with. It's not like it's hard to do. Let's do it now. Okay. And I think I'm gonna move the smelter, like, out. That might be a cool thing to, like, maybe potentially mix in here. Have the smelter be like this huge thing and piping, quote unquote, water in aesthetically to cool itself down and smelting things. As such, I will put it here for the time being. In honor of that thought. It's easier to grab this off the top. Okay, so we have that again. Cool. So everything's lifted up. Workshop. Let's keep working on it. Did I use up all the chests? I think I did. Yep. I have the stone cutter, which is cool. Yeah. Anything I can access behind the system, I'll do that. We'll say it's a little annoying. I'll have no clue what anything is. Because I just moved everything. So there was a keybind that let you find. Let me check functional storage. Does functional storage have a block that's just, you know, like a dump? I don't need to do single things. No. The fluid drawers are cool. Fluid drawers are really cool. But unfortunately, it requires this, and that ain't happening anytime soon. I'll tell you that right now. Let me look for storage, because most anything that has to do with storage has that suffix or prefix. Yep, doesn't look to be the case. This is cool, but I don't believe this lets you make... Brother, why? Oh my gosh. Sorry, that's just so gross. Like, storage output's fine, storage IO, but then this is like... Ooh, gross. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, so this is what we have. We're not gonna get anything better for a while, unfortunately. Um... Yeah, that would be nice, but Invar's impossible. Okay, I think... Oh, yeah, I'm totally going to end it here. I did not realize it's been done like an hour over my normal stream length. I think we made pretty good progress. Actually, sort of ended up finishing up a good majority of the base here. Still plenty of stuff to do. Namely, figure out where the heck I put some of these blocks. It'll be cool to do. We just sleep so that we can start the next stream off at the beginning of the day. And let's also just fill these in because why not? But alright. Oh, and I put away the thing. Clipboard, where is it? The chaos of starting at night. No, I think I'm fine. I have enough chaos trying to like figure out what the heck I'm doing. Alright, let's change this to complete the main workshop, because we made a pretty good progress with it. I think the main things we have to do regarding this, finish up this area, just having, I'll have to look into the railings, it looks cool. I think we're done for now here. I might end up putting some slabs. Honestly, maybe the step block? Nah, we'll do slabs. And, um... yeah. I didn't realize that these weren't done. It's easier to just do it directly down here. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. No. Okay. Cool. These are inset, and then these are sticking at the edge. It's a little funny, but whatever. Okay. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna leave it quickly because, I'm just rambling at this point, but I think it was a good stream. Got a lot done with regards to this. I will, oh, you know what? That's what I was forgetting. Replace dam walls railing with railings copycat blocks. So definitely going to do that because then I can put something that looks cool and it's not going to be you can't open and close them. So I think we'll do that, do a little bit of work here, and then we're going to work on tier 2. So thank you for watching and peace out. Bye, Kiyomapai.